Hello, thanks for watching the video. Today we're going to be trying to repair or figure out what's going on with my door handle here. We cannot open the car from the outside on the passenger side. Doesn't matter if it's locked, unlocked. It's just broken. So we're going to try to take the door panel off from the inside. Now it does open from the inside. So we have to take the door panel off to get to that latch or lock outside. So we're going to do that today. First thing I'm going to do is remove the Phillips head screw right here so we can get this off, because this is holding the door panel on as well as a couple of 2 or 3 screws. I think that's about it. The rest are kind of held on by these pull tabs. So let's get this one off first. You may have a little cover over yours. I don't. And I just want to point out that the trim piece, this outer piece, is I've noticed is broken. So I just want to point that out. If you see it break, it's not because I did it, and I probably would have done it anyway, but it is already broken. So we're going to let this fall. I grabbed it. Okay, so now there's always a trick to this, and I think you shift. Okay, all right, well that's it. That was easy. Okay. All right, hope I didn't break it. Let's look at this. All right, next, the crank handle here has like a little U-clip that holds it against the door handle. We need to pull that up. I'm going to use, so moving on now, the little console part of the door will separate itself from this part here. So we need to do that, and may need to use like something like this to separate it. I didn't need to do that, but yeah, I may need to do it up here closer to me. All right, let's do that. Let me get something else flying here. Okay. All right, so there we go. Okay, you can see our at least 2 Phillips screws. Go ahead and get those off and see what else happens. I've never took this off. I've only owned the car for probably a little over a year now, I guess. So I don't even know if it's ever been removed. Don't see any indication that it has been. All right, so got something else going on. Okay, so yeah, I think we can go ahead. I can see it's the whole panel is moving right here now, since we took these 2 screws off. I think we could probably leave this speaker cover on as well. So what we'll do is just start separating it here. And there we go. And you don't lift it up, you just basically lift it, pull it away over the lock tab there. And that's off. Yeah, it's clearly been taken off before. All of these seem to be good. Still, that's a good thing. Okay, so yeah, it's broken from this piece right here that you saw fly off the door handle, the interior part of it. Ah, wow. It's supposed to be held right here. It's supposed to be held right here and here like this when it's in its position. Oops, sorry, like that. And so when you pull this, see how it moves up? Yeah, see how that moves up like that? Well, it should be engaged in here, moving up. Okay, I'm going to try to show you what's going on, but first let's take a look at the lock here, right here. Got a key in place. Now this wasn't a problem, but I just want to show you how it's working. So of course when you turn it like this, it gauges up here if it's working properly, and all that is controlled by the mechanism right there. It's just a rod that goes all the way up with that spring all the way up here, and right here. So that moves up and down as the key is turned to the left or the right from the outside of the door. That's how that works. Okay, so yeah, what's happening with this is we could open it from the inside because we were pulling the inside handle, and all this is working just fine. So that should be good when we put our handle back in place, and I may need to use some JB Weld because mine broke. But that's really not a main issue. The thing I wanted to point out about the outdoor handle not working is a very simple thing. It's not even broken. It's just kind of not moving as it should. So yeah, I've noticed that everything's working. Like there's a little clip that's still in place. Yeah, so see that plastic piece? It's still in place. What's happening is it was pushed out like that. So once I pushed it back in its slot, it should be fine now. See that's working? So that was easy. Yeah, it just kind of disengaged itself over here, was just flopping around. What I do is if I push it over here, it gets itself back in position. So yeah, if it's like over here, it's out of line. So just push it over here, go back in position. So that's all it was. So that's great to know. So yeah, I'm going to put everything back together. I do have to either order this new piece that fell or JB Weld it, but everything else is in reverse putting this. So it was basically just these two screws, this right here, you know, with that little clip that I also lost, and the screw that went in right here. It's the next day, and here is the JB Weld job. So what I'll do is line it up. Once I get it lined up, then I'll push it back a little bit, seat it in there. I'm going to take the screw back out. I just put this in here so I wouldn't lose it. And I don't know if I'll be able to get that on camera, but I think you get the idea. All right, the best way to line it up is just pull the panel back off. Didn't take any screws out, just pulled the little clips there away. And because this is kind of tilted, and so I was able to get it in the slot. All right, so let's go ahead and try to line everything up. Get our screw hole lined up. All right, so I found the clip here. I put that in place, but it's raised up a little bit. Be careful, it'll go flying. So what I intend on doing is pushing it on here as far as I can. See that slot right there? Maybe you can. It's very bright where I'm filming. The slot right in here. That should go in there now. I haven't been able to do it before, so we'll be lucky if we can do it this time. All right, here we are. I'm going to take something and push on that, but I need to push this as far on as I can. So I'm going to use two hands. Okay, so I didn't hear it like snap in place, but I think we're good. All right, there we are back together. About like we were. I don't know if we're going to be any better, but at least we can get the door open again. Okay. I think just kind of push it like this, pull it up. So I'll just have to remember that. If I like grab it and just kind of do that, it's not going to work. So I got to kind of push it. Anyway, it is what it is. It's an older car. Thanks for watching the video. Until next time, have a nice day. Take care.